считает, уверен и заявляет, что они не являются хозяевами нашей страны и никогда не будут являться.
The death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny in a penal colony in Russia's Arctic north was tragic, but not unexpected. For years, critics and opponents of Russian President Vladimir Putin have been killed by gunfire, poisoned with radioactive or nerve agents, or thrown from open windows. Navalny, 47, appeared in court the day before his death in the penal colony known as Polar Wolf, where he was serving a lengthy sentence. Evgenia Karamursa, wife of another imprisoned opposition leader, wrote on X, formerly Twitter, that he looked well and was, as always, in good spirits. In a video from the court session, Navalny can be seen smiling and even sends Valentine's Day greetings to his wife. Less than 24 hours later, jail authorities announced his death. According to the Federal Penitentiary Service of the Yamalo-Nenets Autonomous District, Navalny became ill after going for a stroll at the IK-3 penal colony in Karp, roughly 1,900 kilometers 1,200 miles northeast of Moscow. He lost consciousness nearly immediately and died shortly after. The report said, adding that resuscitation attempts were unsuccessful. Before being sentenced to Russian prison in 2021, Navalny survived a poisoning attempt that nearly killed him on a flight from Siberia to Moscow. He sought emergency treatment in Berlin, where physicians determined he had been poisoned with the nerve toxin. He returned to Russia after recovering, despite being aware of the dangers involved. Navalny joins a lengthy list of opposition, activists, critics, and journalists who have died in mysterious circumstances or survived poisonings, ranging from London to Moscow. U.S. President Joe Biden expressed horror and joined other Western leaders in slamming Russia for Navalny's killing.
Reports of his death, if they're true, and I have no reason to believe they're not, Russian authorities are going to tell their own story. But make no mistake, Putin is responsible for Navalny's death. Putin is responsible. What has happened to Navalny is yet more proof of Putin's brutality.
Navalny rose to popularity more than a decade ago by photographing and publicizing what he described as widespread corruption and opulence among Putin's Russia's crooks and thieves. There are no other opposition figures in Russia with Navalny's stature. For several young urban Russians, Navalny represented an alternate future to Putin, Russia's longest-serving leader since Joseph Stalin. Mourners assemble around Europe and the United States to commemorate the passing of Navalny.